As you know, the Boxplot diagram is a very useful tool for studying the distribution of a continuous variable and especially for detecting the outliers of the distribution, if any. It's also called box-and-whiskers diagram. We will illustrate the creation of a Boxplot chart for the variable salary in this file, employee data. We will compare the distributions of this variable for three employment categories: clerical, custodial, and managers. So, our independent variable will be job cat. Let's see again how it's coded. You may remember 1 for clerical employees, 2 for custodial employees, and 3 for the managers. Now we go to the chart builder and select the Boxplot option here in the gallery and drag this left icon here in the preview window. The independent variable will be represented on the x-axis, so employment category will be here, and the dependent variable, salary, will be represented here on the y-axis. That's all. Now we can press OK to create the Boxplot. That's it. I will briefly explain how to interpret this chart for the students that may not be very familiar with it. If you already know how to read a Boxplot chart, you may skip this part. Let's look at the manager's Boxplot here. The thick line in the box represents the median of the distribution, while the lower and the upper line of the box represent the first and the third quartile respectively. Therefore, the box height is nothing but the interquartile range, the difference between the third and the first quartile. These two short lines here, also called whiskers, below and above the box, have the following values. The lower whisker is the first quartile minus 1.5 multiplied by the interquartile range, and the higher whisker is the third quartile plus 1.5 multiplied by the interquartile range. Why is this important? Because all the scores between the whiskers, between the low line and the upper line, are considered normal or typical scores for our variable. All the other values outside this range are outliers, are considered extreme values. As you notice, the outliers are represented here by dots and asterisks. They are above or below the whiskers. Each dot or asterisk is labeled with the corresponding case number, so we can identify the outliers easier. The position of the median inside the box gives us information about the symmetry of the distribution. So, if the median is situated in the middle of the box, the distribution is approximately symmetric. If the median is situated here, near the bottom of the box, the distribution is positively skewed, or right skewed. And finally, if the median is placed here, near the top of the box, the distribution is negatively skewed, or left skewed. On the other hand, the height of the box denounces the distribution kurtosis. A high box, like this one, or even like this one, indicates a platykurtic distribution. The values are widely spread. A thin box indicates a leptokurtic distribution. The values tend to gather around the median. This is the perfect example, the salary distribution for the custodial employees. You notice that here the height of the box is almost zero. The box is practically a line, showing an extremely leptokurtic distribution. But if we want to get more precise information about any distribution, we must compute and interpret the statistical indicators. In the following section of this course, you will learn how to generate these indicators in SPSS.